The truth about tea that you need to know. Did you know that the tea you drink every day might be affecting your health in ways you never imagined? Today, we're going to reveal crucial information about 5 of the UK's most popular tea brands and why certain people need to be especially careful when consuming them. We're not here to attack any brand, but rather to share knowledge based on scientific evidence that can make all the difference in your quality of life. If you are elderly, have high blood pressure, digestive problems, anemia, or are taking regular medication, this video is especially for you. Let's explore together how choosing the right tea can transform your routine and protect your health. Get ready to discover safe and delicious alternatives that will allow you to continue enjoying this wonderful ritual without putting your well-being at risk. Throughout this video, you'll understand exactly which components of tea can be problematic for specific groups and how to make smarter choices at the supermarket. Stay with me until the end, because I'll share practical tips that you can apply immediately to your life. Yorkshire tea, the strong tea that might be too much for some. Let's start by talking about Yorkshire tea, one of the most beloved and traditional brands in the United Kingdom. This tea has a very distinctive characteristic: its strength and intense flavor, something that tea lovers truly appreciate. Yorkshire tea is a particularly strong black tea with a higher caffeine content compared to other popular brands. For older people with caffeine sensitivity, the story is different. High levels of caffeine can cause heart palpitations, those uncomfortable sensations of a racing heart. In people with hypertension, regular consumption can contribute to increased blood pressure, creating an additional cardiovascular risk. Caffeine has a stimulating effect on the digestive system and can increase acid production in the stomach, problematic for those suffering from gastroesophageal reflux or gastritis. Caffeine also interferes with sleep, even when consumed only in the morning. In older people, whose metabolism processes caffeine slowly, the effects last much longer in the body. Caffeine can cause mild anxiety or nervousness in sensitive individuals, uncomfortable for older people who already deal with other health issues. For people taking medication for heart conditions, high blood pressure, or anxiety, the interaction with caffeine can alter the effectiveness of the medication. The good news? You don't have to completely abandon Yorkshire tea. The brand itself offers a decaffeinated version that retains much of the characteristic flavor without the stimulating effects. You can explore herbal teas like chamomile, which has calming properties, or rooibos, naturally caffeine-free and rich in antioxidants. Support this channel and receive exclusive content. If you're finding this information valuable, I need your support to continue bringing you quality content. Click the like button right now. This helps the algorithm show this video to more people who need this information. If you're not yet subscribed, click the subscribe button and activate the bell icon. There's something even more special. You can click the Hypar button below to directly support this channel. With your support through Hypar, I can invest in more research, better equipment, and bring you even more in-depth content. Every click, every like, every subscription makes a huge difference in continuing this work of health education. Let's build a more informed and healthy community together. Tetley, the hidden problem of tannins. Now let's talk about Tetley, another extremely popular brand in the UK. Tetley is known for its particularly high levels of tannins. Tannins are natural compounds responsible for the astringent taste of black teas. The first group that needs caution are people with anemia, especially iron deficiency. Tannins bind to iron, forming compounds that the body cannot properly absorb. If you are taking iron supplements or trying to increase your levels through diet, drinking Tetley with meals can prevent the absorption of this essential nutrient. For the elderly, who naturally have lower iron levels and less efficient absorption, this can be a serious problem, contributing to chronic fatigue and weakness. Tannins also irritate the gastric mucosa, the protective lining of the stomach. For those suffering from gastritis, ulcers, or reflux, consumption can significantly worsen symptoms. The irritation causes burning, abdominal discomfort, nausea, and stomach pain. For elderly people with more sensitive gastric mucosa due to age or prolonged use of medication, the effect is even more pronounced. Tannins affect the absorption of nutrients other than iron, including calcium and zinc, which is especially relevant for older adults who need to maintain adequate calcium levels for bone health. The solution? Opt for teas with lower tannin levels. Light green tea contains tannins, but in smaller quantities than strong black teas. Rooibos is naturally low in tannins and does not interfere with iron absorption. Hibiscus offers vibrant flavor and cardiovascular benefits without high tannin levels. If you don't want to give up black tea, drink it between meals instead of during or after eating. Adding milk helps because the proteins bind to the tannins, reducing their ability to interfere with minerals. Twinings. When flavorings become a problem. Twinings is an iconic brand with over 300 years of history, known for its impressive variety of sophisticated blends. It is precisely this variety that can pose a problem for certain groups. Many popular Twinings blends, especially the flavored ones, contain natural flavorings, essences, and combinations that may be sensitive for some people. Natural flavorings are concentrated extracts of plants, fruits, and spices that may contain compounds that trigger reactions in sensitive individuals. For seniors with known allergies or chemical sensitivities, these flavorings can trigger stomach irritation, digestive discomfort, or mild allergic reactions such as itching, rashes, or nasal congestion. Labels do not always specify exactly which compounds are included under the term natural flavorings, making it difficult to identify the problematic component. Many blends tend to be more acidic due to the inclusion of citrus fruits and hibiscus. For people with sensitive stomachs, reflux, or gastritis, this added acidity is extremely problematic, irritating the lining of the esophagus and stomach, causing heartburn and burning sensations. Some blended teas may contain ingredients that interact with medications. Teas with bergamot, used in Earl Grey, can interfere with cholesterol and high blood pressure medications. Teas with St. John's wort can affect antidepressants. For people with allergies to pollen or specific fruits, floral or fruity blends can trigger cross reactions. The solution is to opt for pure, unflavored teas. Twinings. Pure black tea is just black tea with no additives. Single origin teas like Darjeeling or Pure Assam are excellent choices. If you like variety, add your own fresh ingredients like ginger, organic orange peel, or mint leaves to pure tea. This way you control exactly what you are consuming. PG Tips. The force that can overwhelm your system. PG Tips is practically an institution in the UK, being one of the best-selling and most beloved brands for generations. The brand is known for producing particularly strong and full-bodied black tea. Among the popular black teas available on the British market, PG Tips is among those with the highest caffeine levels. For individuals with hypertension or high blood pressure, regular consumption can directly contribute to increased blood pressure. Caffeine causes constriction of blood vessels and increases heart rate, raising blood pressure. For those taking medication to control hypertension, drinking several cups can work against the medication. The elderly are particularly vulnerable because their cardiovascular systems may already be compromised. Heart palpitations are common in people sensitive to caffeine. For those suffering from anxiety, panic disorders, or nervous sensitivity, the caffeine in PG Tips can significantly exacerbate symptoms. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system, increasing stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline, leading to nervousness, restlessness, and difficulty concentrating. The impact on sleep is another serious problem. While younger people process and eliminate caffeine within a few hours, in older adults, this process is significantly slower. Caffeine consumed in the early afternoon may still be circulating in the system at night, interfering with the ability to fall asleep or causing fragmented sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation results in cognitive impairment, depressed mood, a weakened immune system, and an increased risk of accidents. Fortunately, there are excellent alternatives. PG Tips offers a decaffeinated version that preserves much of the characteristic flavor but removes the vast majority of the caffeine. Herbal infusions like chamomile are ideal, offering calming properties that help with anxiety and sleep problems. Peppermint provides a refreshing flavor and digestive benefits without caffeine. Rooibos is naturally caffeine-free and has an earthy, satisfying flavor that many black tea lovers appreciate. Typhoo, the hidden risk of oxalates. Typhoo is another traditional British brand with over a century of history. Typhoo is known for having relatively high levels of oxalates compared to other brands. Oxalates are natural compounds found in many plants, including tea leaves. The first group at risk are people who suffer from kidney problems or have a history of kidney stones. Oxalates combine with calcium in the urinary tract, forming calcium oxalate crystals that can grow and turn into kidney stones, causing intense pain and serious complications. For those who have already had kidney stones, regular consumption of oxalate-rich drinks can significantly increase the risk of recurrence. Studies show that people with a history of kidney stones are much more likely to develop new stones, and controlling oxalate intake is often a key dietary recommendation. Older adults are particularly vulnerable because kidney function naturally declines with age. The kidneys of older people simply don't filter and eliminate substances as efficiently, meaning that oxalates have a greater chance of accumulating and forming crystals. Many elderly people take medications that affect kidney function or have conditions like diabetes or hypertension that already compromise the kidneys. For people with chronic kidney failure, the consumption of oxalate-rich beverages needs to be carefully monitored and often significantly reduced. The accumulation of oxalates can lead not only to the formation of stones, but can also contribute to the progression of kidney disease and cause ongoing irritation of the urinary tract. Oxalates also interfere with the absorption of important minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and iron. For elderly people at risk of osteoporosis who need to maximize calcium absorption, regular consumption of oxalate-rich beverages can be counterproductive. The solution? There are several naturally low oxalate alternatives. Rooibos is probably the best alternative, being not only low in oxalates, but completely caffeine-free and rich in beneficial antioxidants. Chamomile offers calming and anti-inflammatory properties with minimal oxalate levels. Ginger tea is extremely low in oxalates and offers digestive and anti-inflammatory benefits. Peppermint infusions are virtually oxalate-free and provide a refreshing. Another strategy is simply to reduce the amount of tea you consume daily. Instead of 5 or 6 cups a day, limit yourself to 1 or 2 and replace the rest with low oxalate alternatives. Understanding your personal risk factors. Now that we've explored the top 5 brands and potential problems for specific groups, it's crucial that you understand how to assess your own personal risk factors. Knowledge is only powerful when you can apply it to your individual situation. If you are over 65, your body processes substances differently. Your metabolism is slower, meaning caffeine stays in your system longer. Your kidneys don't filter as efficiently, increasing the risk of oxalate buildup. Your digestive system may be more sensitive to irritants like tannins and acids. Consider your existing health conditions. Do you have high blood pressure? You need to pay attention to your caffeine intake. Do you have acid reflux or gastritis? The tannins and acidity of certain teas can significantly worsen your symptoms. Do you have anemia or iron deficiency? Tannins may be preventing you from absorbing the iron your body needs. Have you ever had kidney stones? Oxalates should be on your radar. Do you suffer from anxiety or sleep problems? Caffeine may be exacerbating these conditions. The medications you take are also crucially important. Medications for high blood pressure, anticoagulants, antidepressants, diabetes medications, iron or calcium supplements, all can interact in some way with components of tea. It is essential that you speak with your doctor or pharmacist about possible interactions. Pay attention to how your body responds. If you regularly experience heartburn after your morning tea, this is not normal and is a sign that you need to change something. If you notice palpitations or nervousness after your afternoon tea, your body is telling you something important. Safe alternatives for every need. Let's focus on practical solutions. There are excellent alternatives for virtually any concern we've discussed. If your concern is caffeine, whether for high blood pressure, anxiety, or sleep problems, you have several options. First, consider decaffeinated versions of the same brands you love. Yorkshire Tea, PG Tips, and other popular brands offer decaffeinated versions that retain much of the flavor, but remove the vast majority of the caffeine. If you want to avoid caffeine altogether, herbal infusions are the answer. Chamomile offers a mild floral flavor with calming properties that help with anxiety and sleep. Rooibos has a rich, slightly sweet, and earthy flavor that satisfies many black tea lovers, but it's completely caffeine-free and low in tannins. Peppermint provides a refreshing flavor and is excellent for digestion. Hibiscus offers a vibrant flavor with benefits for blood pressure. Ginger tea is not only caffeine-free, but offers potent anti-inflammatory and digestive properties. For those concerned about tannins and their interference with iron absorption, Rooibos stands out as an exceptional choice because it is naturally very low in tannins. Herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, and floral infusions are virtually tannin-free. If you don't want to give up real tea, green tea has moderate levels of tannins, significantly lower than strong black teas. An important strategy is the timing of your tea consumption. Instead of drinking tea during meals or immediately after, wait at least an hour after eating to allow your body to absorb the iron from the food first. For people concerned about acidity and stomach irritation, avoid teas with citrus ingredients or acidic fruits. Opt for mild herbal teas like chamomile, which have calming properties for the digestive system. Rooibos is a safe choice, being naturally low in acidity. Creating your personalized tea routine. Now that you have this knowledge about potential problems and available alternatives, let's talk about creating a personalized routine that works specifically for you, your health conditions, and your lifestyle. The first step is to take an honest inventory of your current situation. How many cups of tea do you drink per day? What kind of tea? At what times? How do you feel after drinking tea? Writing down this information for a few days will give you a baseline to work from. Review your health conditions and medications. Based on everything we've discussed, identify which components of tea you need to limit or avoid. If you have hypertension, caffeine is on your watch list. If you have anemia, it's the tannins. If you have a history of kidney stones, it's the oxalates. Make a clear list of your personal restrictions. Now you can start building your ideal routine. For most people with sensitivities, a good approach is to limit problematic teas to 1 or 2 cups a day at most, consumed at strategic times, and fill the rest of your routine with safer alternatives. Pay attention to timing in relation to meals. If you have concerns about iron absorption, never drink tea high in tannins during or immediately after iron-rich meals. If you have reflux, avoid tea on an empty stomach or right before bed. If you have sleep problems, make it a rule to avoid caffeine after midday. Consider rotating different teas throughout the day and week. This not only adds variety, but also ensures you're not over-consuming any potentially problematic compound. Try adding natural ingredients to your teas to enhance health benefits and flavor. Freshly grated ginger offers potent anti-inflammatory properties. A pinch of cinnamon can help with blood sugar control. Fresh mint leaves are refreshing and good for digestion. And most importantly, don't be afraid to talk to healthcare professionals. Your doctor, pharmacist, or nutritionist can provide personalized guidance based on your specific health profile. Conclusion: knowledge is power for your health. We've reached the end of this informative video, and I sincerely hope you've gained valuable insights that will transform the way you think about tea and make your daily choices. The central message is simple yet powerful. Knowledge is power when it comes to your health. We're not saying Yorkshire Tea, Tetley, Twinings, PG Tips, or Taifu are bad brands. Not at all. These are all reputable brands that produce quality teas enjoyed by millions of people. What we are saying is that certain natural components in these teas can be problematic for specific groups of people, and it's crucial that you understand if you belong to those groups. If you are elderly, have health conditions such as hypertension, digestive problems, anemia, kidney problems, or anxiety, or are taking multiple medications, you simply cannot approach tea consumption in the same casual way that someone young and perfectly healthy can. This doesn't mean you need to give up tea completely. It means you need to be more strategic and informed about which teas you choose, how much you consume, and when you drink them. The good news is that there are wonderful alternatives for virtually any concern. If caffeine is a problem, there are decaffeinated versions and delicious herbal infusions. If tannins are interfering with your iron absorption, there are low tannin teas like rooibos that are equally satisfying. If oxalates are a concern, there are numerous low oxalate options you can enjoy worry-free. The key is to make informed decisions based on your individual circumstances. Don't let anyone tell you that you're being overly cautious about your health. You know your body better than anyone else. Remember that small changes can make big differences. Replacing just 1 or 2 cups of your regular tea with more appropriate alternatives can significantly reduce your exposure to problematic compounds while still allowing you to enjoy this comforting tradition. If this video helped you better understand how to make healthier tea choices, I would love for you to click the like button right now and share this video with friends or family who might benefit from the information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos about health and wellness. I highly recommend you watch the video currently playing on your screen, where we explore more important topics related to nutrition and health that will perfectly complement what you learned today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching until the end. Your health is your most precious asset, and I'm honored that you've dedicated this time to learning how to better protect it. Take good care of yourself, make informed choices, and we'll see you in the next video. Until next time, and best wishes for your health.